boss lady. So I was scammed at the airport last I visited in March. I was told I needed a yellow fever shot for $20. But as soon as I paid the money, the shot was not needed again, and I was issued a yellow fever card. So basically, I paid $20 for the card. Yeah. Hey, lovely people of the internet. It's been a while since I shot video, precisely podcast. I've been around Morocco. I've also in Essaouira. You guys should check that video out. I was also in Marrakesh. The video is here to come out. And today I decided to, open up this new season of podcast with Bright. And Bright have been a friend of mine for a very long time. We came to Morocco together. We studied the same together. And here we are today, going to... And I believe he has been here once before when I started long ago creating YouTube channel. I think it was very hilarious. I mean, when we watch our videos way back, I think we are going to react to that video some days to come before he leaves Morocco. And one thing you guys don't know is that he's now a doctor and Captain Bright for that matter. So Captain Dr. Bright, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yeah,
it's actually a pleasure to join you here.
Thank you for joining me. And yeah, you guys, if you've not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. I don't have to sing it all the time. Do it to subscribe, even if I have to say it again. If you guys want me to give you some time, I'll go ahead and give you some time. And also, don't forget to, like the video and leave a comment in the comment section, because we're going to have a very interesting conversation, which I know you guys can relate to. And there's no way you've not experienced this before. Whatever you've experienced, you have to put it in the comment section. So today we are going to discuss how people got scammed. We are going to react to it, by the way. But I know somewhere along the way, I personally have been scammed before in different ways. And I don't know for Bright, I'm just going to put it to him if he has been scammed before. I've really wanted to ask him certain questions before we start about this whole reacting, but I think it will come along the way as we speak or after reacting to this, how people got scammed. So Bright, tell me, have you ever been scammed before?
Oh yeah, I have been scammed before. So I think that's about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was this Telegram group on football betting.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently, we're all trying to get rich. The dream. You think you'd be able to make a fortune from betting. Mm-hmm. So we joined this Telegram group. Yeah. And this person was selling the idea of correct score. So what it means in betting is that you are sure that the final score of the match is going to be as you have predicted. Mm-hmm. And since these predictions are quite unpredictable, the stakes are very high. They pay very much. Exactly. You can have like 100 odds, 80 odds and stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there was this guy, we joined this channel. And I don't know how they did it, but then they post like recent, I wouldn't say recent, but like past predictions where everything is on point. People are winning, and you're like with our regular bets and things, it messes up sometimes, so why not try like a correct score? So aside the general Telegram group, they have like a private group for people who have paid to join.
The VIP group.
A VIP group. And you see, the funny thing is that the reason why I actually believed this thing was that my first winning in betting was a correct score.
Wow.
And the thing was free. The guy made it for free. He didn't charge. It was like, if you win, you can actually send me. So I remember the man, I think it was the Eredivisie in Netherlands. Ajax was playing against PSV, and the correct score was 3-1.
Yeah, that would be huge because, Ajax and PSV is a tough match.
Yeah, so it was 3-1 in favor of Ajax, and I think the odds at that time was about 32 odds. I was like, sure, why not try? So that was my first time.
Which one cities?
No, I think I placed about 40 or 50 cities. So I ended up about 1,500 or something. Good. So I was actually coming from a place of knowledge that, correct score is something that exists.
Yeah.
So when I joined this Telegram group, and the guy was also selling the idea of a new correct score predictions that was working, showing they are winning. It was like, this is the time to start making some money. Right? So yeah, we joined, and then he gave us his account number and everything, and we sent him, money. That I think should be like 5,000 dirhams. That would be like how many dollars?
$500 probably,
like
around
$500.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, you think the more expensive the price.
The prices, yeah, that means it's very sure.
And I remember, when we sent the money, and I was speaking to a particular friend of mine, Ernest.
Yeah.
And I was already daydreaming about the houses that I was already going to.
yeah.
That's the funny thing.
Your Range Rover, your cars,
when I was working, on the street, I was smiling.
Yeah.
I was this in the future.
In a few days,
I was going to cash
you are no longer going to work and be smiling.
Yeah.
You'll be in your Lamborghini.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent the money, and this guy was like, oh yeah, he was actually going to place the bet because they are like fixed matches.
Mm-hmm.
You can't actually have access to those matches that we see on our public betting platforms.
Yeah.
So there are some games that they know they're already fixed. So even if you go to Sportybet or Betway, you don't find those matches there. It has to be on. So that $500 I sent.
Okay, it has to be on a particular platform of DS,
where they know some matches have been fixed, and then you can have access to
those matches.
And he has access to
those platforms.
So the amount of money I sent included the money for the fixed, the correct score, and
the money for the betting,
for staking,
the staking. Yeah.
So I've already sent him the money. He even sent a screenshot of the bet that he has placed with the amount. So when I saw the amount, I've already done my calculation.
Exactly.
I've already bought my house, my car, and everything. Oh my God. So fast forward, he told me the game that he staked on. So I was also following the game to see
how the whole thing is
going to go. And apparently, it didn't go as planned.
At which moment did you realize it's not going as planned?
Exactly. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the correct score like 2-0 in favor of the home team. And the funny thing was that the away team scored first.
So you're hoping that the goal be cancelled, or?
So, it ended 1-0 in favor of the away team. So you don't even need to wait till the second half. You do that.
Yeah, your money is gone.
So I reached out to me that, oh, Charlie, what's up? The thing, no job. I was like, yes, he's very much aware of that. And there is a next match that he is going to do.
Yeah.
That he's very sure that is going to,
hit
the jackpot. So let me be patient. And for that one, because I've already had like an unsuccessful slip.
Yeah.
This one, I should just pay like $100 to top. And I was like, the way these things are going, I don't think it's going to be
legit.
So that's how I also got
scammed. Yeah. So you stopped at the $100, or you sent the $100?
I didn't send $100. So it was just the initial $500.
Yeah, I think speaking about this football betting, I brought the idea. Well, I realized that I saw this guy on. I've been scammed before. Early on in life, so there was this thing that there was something called MLM, MLMs, where you bring one person, the more you bring people, the more you get paid.
It's called the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it's a kind of Ponzi scheme. So when I completed SHS, I was really eager to get something doing. Yeah, so I went online. Then it was Tonaton in Ghana, so I went online and I was looking for a job, and then I happened to join this Ponzi scheme where we go for meeting, and then they'll tell pay. And when you pay, you bring people, you get percentage of the people you bring and stuff like exactly. So I also joined this platform. But what happened was that I paid, but the problem was I was not able to get anybody to join, to come on board. So one day I was just them like you, because then we have to buy a coin. Today we have the Bitcoin. Those days there was some kind of coin like that, so I also bought it, hoping that someone will also come on board. But then one day I just decided to go to the site and see how much I've accumulated so far, and then it never existed. That was when I got scammed for the first time. But I didn't take it serious because I was like, I was young, I was not having that much of money, so I didn't feel it that much. So until recent times when I knew about football betting long ago before I came to Morocco. So when I saw it online that there's this guy called Dr. Frempong or Mr. Frempong or something like that, and I'm like, because I've heard people go online. The first idea was that I went to Telegram to get odds, not to get, sure bets. So when I went there, and then there's a general channel you can get into. When you get there, then they start advertising. There's a VIP where you can get into to get the sure odds and stuff like that. So, well, quickly, I just joined that. And then I started speaking with Dr. Frempon and stuff like that. And what's really funny is that these people, they really set the whole tone going. They set the environment. So you don't have doubts. So the first idea was, share it with my friends. I eventually shared it with you guys. And we even contributed money to, to do this kind of thing. So first we sent the money. We were waiting for the also. I think he never came.
Yeah,
but then we were still eager that, this is going to work. But then Frempon was like, I have my boss in Brazil. He's the one who said, and when they tell you Brazil, you're going to believe because that's where football also happens apart from Europe. So we're like, it's a short thing because Brazil, they play ball. And then, it's definitely these small teams. Those are the people you can fix matches with. So we believed it. And what was even funny that he even asked for more money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, I think that the whole works is that once you deposit an amount of money, it's like you're now in a trance.
Yeah.
You know that you have to get your money back. So in that chasing mode that you're trying to chase your deposit before you realize
all your money is gone.
I spoke with the agency and they were like, there's been a problem, your savings, your winnings have been blocked.
Exactly.
And if you could send, and I mean, you also want money.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants money.
I mean, it's
the pressure is high.
One thing that actually plays a major role when people getting scammed is greediness for money. I mean, it's, they will send you a winning ticket and they'll be like, oh, your money is ready. I mean, it's in Brazil, like you said.
It's in Brazil, in Italy.
Places, and we will have to make some arrangements and things. So we'll need you to pay. And I mean, you've already seen the money.
Yeah.
It's worth, and you've already bought houses, I mean, in your head already. So you are doing everything possible. Even if you have to borrow, you are willing to borrow money, and you keep on chasing that virtual money they are selling you because of the dreams that you think you can achieve with that money.
Yeah. And this even reminds me, I think it has to do with our brain too. There was a situation my uncle was in one day. He lost the mother. So one day he just randomly received a message on his laptop. Then it's the same thing though, because it's the same SIM. So he received, those days you can put a SIM in a laptop. So he got the message from wherever. And then he was saying he has 1,000 Ghana cedis. And my uncle was really happy. And he was like, I think this is my mother's doing. You see the situation. So I wasn't around. It was Saturday, so I was teaching some kids, so I had to go for classes. So when I went, my uncle called me like, the people said I should send this amount of money in order to get that money. But then I thought like, if that was the situation, why wouldn't my uncle be like, okay, take the 100 Ghana you needed from that money and send me the rest. It's not a big deal. Or even send me the money. Trust me, I've won the money. I can literally send you 100 Ghana at the end of the day. But then my uncle, someone sent him money. He was doing this insurance kind of thing. So someone sent the money to deposit for him. He eventually used the money to send to those guys, hoping that he'll get 1,000 Ghana. But as we speak now, I think it's something that he has to live with eventually. And I believe that this is something most of us also go through. And then, we are going to react to some of them, people being scammed and stuff like that from Twitter. And we are going to see how huge it is. For me, I think in life, I've not been scammed hugely. But would you also consider this as a scam? You give money to somebody to do a business and then the business goes sideways.
Okay, I mean, I would actually call it a scam if one, the idea behind the business, for instance, you wanted to go into, let me say, clothing. So you give the person the capital and the person does it.
Yeah.
And then the business collapses. That is not a scam.
Okay.
However, you guys agree, I want to go into clothing business. You give him the money and he doesn't do it at all.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, there's actually a thin line between someone who wasn't, loyal or couldn't keep their end of the bargain and you getting scammed. I feel like there's scamming. There's this element of selling a particular dream to you. I think that is when the scam comes in.
Exactly.
It's not based on trust.
Yeah.
It's based on, I'm selling a particular dream to you. And if you buy into that dream, that virtual dream, that is when I also scam.
Yeah.
So to get back to your question, I would think if you give money to someone to do a business and the person doesn't, I think it's the person not holding their end of the bargain. I wouldn't call it a scam because the person didn't actually sell an idea. But assuming with the same question, if the person has sold the idea that this particular business that I'm proposing to you, if you are to invest, let's say, 30,000 Ghana cedis, I'm assuring you that you are going to cash out monthly or weekly 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Right,
That is when
yeah.
exactly.
It's
So this one becomes a
dangerous,
scam because he's now sold you a dream
Yeah.
that he knows that you are willing to buy into.
Yeah,
You get it?
exactly.
So
So
that's
it
when it
depends
becomes a
on the
scam.
dream.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what people are saying on Twitter, what people have gone through. I might have sent it to you, so you should just check it out. Yeah. So probably I'll read one. You also read one, and we see how we are going to react to it. So let me read the first one. This is from Nana Efi Boss Lady. So I was scammed at the airport last I visited in March. I was told I needed a yellow fever shot for $20. But as soon as I paid the money, the shot was not needed again. And I was issued a yellow fever card. So basically, I paid $20 for the card. Yeah, and this happened in Ghana.
Yeah. So one thing is that there are some people at the immigration service.
Yeah.
Probably they have some connections at some of the health facilities who give this yellow fever vaccination and subsequently their cards, and they've already stamped it because if I remember rightly, whenever you take the shot, so when you open the booklet, there are different vaccines.
Yeah.
So if it's yellow fever, they stamp at the yellow fever what it has been done and issued on this date.
Exactly.
So if they have contacts in some of these health facilities, they just stamp the yellow fever, write an issue date, or probably don't even write the issue date, waiting for the time someone will need it. So the booklet has no name, however, it has been stamped.
Oh, okay.
You get it?
I get
so
it.
we tell you how long are you going to stay? I think that's one of the major questions. How long are you going to stay? So you realize that it's actually a longer stay. Like, oh, you will need a yellow fever
exactly.
shot. And how much is it? It's $20.
Yeah, $20 is 200 Ghana.
Exactly.
They're about in Ghana.
So you pay the money expecting to get a shot, but you don't get a shot.
So why wouldn't these people make a scene at the airport that look, because it's also about your health. How about thinking about the fact that they've not given me the shot?
Yeah. I mean, the sad thing is that some of these things, I don't think they go unnoticed. It's like a network.
Yeah.
I mean, when you realize they don't do it in the opening. They call you to a place.
Of course.
This is where we get you. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a place whereby even if you're going to create a scene, it's within an office.
I mean, it's an environment.
It's like
I get it. Yeah.
You get it. So you can't actually create a scene there for people to see. You go into one building, enter a cubicle.
Yeah.
Oh, have a seat. Then,
they would. Exactly.
Someone can even tell you that, okay, so we realize that some of the shots are not available, but we have some cards.
Yeah.
So to prevent you from having issues
when
you enter the country, just have this card in your place. You get it?
Yeah.
So
I mean the yellow card itself, when I was going back last year, I forgot you guys called me and you were like, oh, Gabriel, you forgot your card in Morocco. And they asked me apparently, but I told them, look, I don't have it. And they left me.
Oh, yeah.
So, it depends. They also see, scamming people, so it depends on the kind of, the caliber of person.
I think probably foreigners, yes, but people who are Ghanaians and have already probably been to the country already, they know that, I can't actually sell this idea to this guy.
Yeah. Let's move on. So this Darkness Seas from Nigeria. One guy scammed me of $100 using crypto. Pack them all. There are so many of them in Ghana. Some are using USA and UK number when they don't even have passport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is something people do.
So you see, like it goes back to what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
One guy scammed me of $100 using crypto. Yeah. So if you look at the theme here, this person was being sold the idea of Bitcoin is going to blow up in the next 5 years.
Exactly. I've been sold this idea before.
That idea has been sold that Bitcoin is actually going to blow up in the next 5 years. So I think, or if it's not Bitcoin, it could be other cryptocurrencies which are actually going to
to boom,
just like how Bitcoin actually boomed. So this is your time
to also invest.
You get it. So when you say, I don't know why the person will say scam. Well, I mean, can call it scam, but you agree to it. You agree to it.
And then again, the idea of being in Ghana and having foreign numbers is something most of these people do.
Yeah.
Because I remember someone called me and was like, I should get him a Moroccan number he can scam people with. And I'm like, wow, this is something you guys do. So most of them are not having passport, but then they have the US and the UK number, and it's really possible.
Of course, you know, this is how it works. Assuming we are all in Ghana, okay, and I'm trying to sell a US dream or a US idea to you with a Ghanaian number, you're actually not going to trust me.
Yeah.
You would want to judge me based on how I'm presenting myself or where I'm coming from. Exactly. If a Moroccan is trying to tell you, I can help you get a Moroccan visa, you are more likely to trust this person than a Ghanaian telling you, I'll help you get a Ghanaian visa.
Yeah.
So if your main aim is to scam people or sell the idea that you actually have some job opportunities in the US, you are more likely to have people buying into the idea if you have a US number. Because when a foreign number texts, what do? We check the country code.
Of course.
And be sure that it's a US number.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to believe this person. You get it?
So they
are very, very smart.
Okay.
Move to the next one. Okay, so I was scammed by QNet people by QNet people in Ghana. You have to really read people's tweets and then try to sometimes try to understand it. So I was scammed by QNet people in Ghana. They trafficked me from Nigeria to Ghana in the name of work and visa.
Yeah, this is something which is popular. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
Yeah, so
what happens?
Yeah, the CEO was telling me that at that time, like QNet is a company or whatever that tells you that, look, I'm going to send you to Europe to work. Okay. Saudi Arabia, European countries, America, and stuff like that. What happens is that they send you to Nigeria or Cote d'Ivoire. They house you guys. And then they tell that, look, we are still working on your papers and stuff like that. By the way, they've kidnapped you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a way of kidnapping you. Okay. And then they will tell you that, look, call a family member, whosoever you know, to ask for money, a ransom. That's one part of it. Okay. The other part is call a family member, tell him or her that, look, I'm in Canada. Look at it's snowing. Look at the weather. I'm feeling cold. Stuff like that. They set the background. And when you believe them, you also, buy in to this QNet idea and then you join them over there and you are kidnapped. I don't know. It's something that have been trending for a while now and people have been suffering in Nigeria. But then they force you to do things that you would want, not like you don't want to do. And probably I'll show you some of the videos and you will see how funny it is. How people like put powder and stuff. They'll wear clothes and then they'll try to pretend as if they are really no. It's something that you should check
when
out.
they kidnap them, are they trying to do like, human trafficking? Are they
the idea is to get money from these people. Ransom, like you said, that's the whole idea. But then the more the people come, the more they also get ransom. And I was also told that this is what happened. The more if you bring someone, you get released. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's how best you can bring your guy in. And so people end up deceiving their own colleagues, to get them on board. So QNet is something that has really made people go to Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and they've been staying there and been suffering. So I can't believe a Ghana vendor just came to me and I don't know how to feel about it. Being that my spirit was telling me this could be a scam, but I chose to ignore it. In high time, I stopped believing that scammers only exist in Nigeria and start believing on African countries.
Yes. I mean, why would you single out Nigeria as, the sole country dealing in scamming? Scam exists everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So
Ghana, Kenya, Gabon, even in Morocco. I'm sure people are being scammed one way or the other.
So read this one. This one is him.
So this is Emmanuel Okeke and his wife Sveta Uwinze. They scammed me out of $800 for an apartment in Ghana. I got my money back. Be aware of them on Airbnb and other sites.
Airbnb.
Okay. So mostly like an Airbnb fraud. But then how did she get the money back?
That's it. Because what I know is Airbnb, you don't get your money back. Because I tried one recently this weekend when I was in Marrakesh and then my Airbnb was booked. Mistakenly, it was booked for the next day. So I thought I could get my money back. And I spoke to the guy, I was like, no, you don't, even it's written there boldly that you don't get your money back. But as long as it's a scam, you can get your money back. If
you don't get your money back. Why would you?
But then if it's a scam, if it's a genuine Airbnb and you did a mistake, there's no way you're getting your money back. Course. But if you were scammed and you know that you were scammed, you can bring in the police, and if you get the right person, you can get your money back. So
maybe probably the person involved, the police, and then
but Airbnb, it's rare that you get your money back when you do your own mistake. So it depends on how the scam went.
Okay, let me check this one. So I was scammed of 250,000 naira. Can you please check 250,000 naira for me in Ghana today? So
right, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
No, I'm not trying to make fun of the currency. I just want to know the magnitude of the.
All right, I can do that. 250,000 naira, right?
Yeah. 250,000 naira in Ghana cedis.
In Ghana cedis. Naira in Ghana cedis. In Ghana cedis, right? Perfect. All right, so we are talking about 1,662 points.
You see, you know why I actually asked?
Yeah, so is it a huge scam?
The person said I was scammed of 250,000 naira by a girl who claimed she does real estate.
Man,
how do you want to go into real estate with
1,662? No.
I mean, you get it.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
So I will drop all details and chat. A girl scammed me. This isn't catfish. It's an actual girl. We spoke on phone. Here's her personal page. Everybody, kindly retweet. 250K. Make una help me. But I mean, you see,
well, it depends.
I mean, if you want to go into genuine like real estate,
yeah, it's not 250,000 naira. Yeah, you don't need 250,000.
Like someone just calls you and it's like, oh, I have sharing, I don't know, board or whatever, and I'm selling it for you. Let's say I'm selling, let's say a 5% share, a multi-million company for 1,000 Ghana cedis, 2,000 Ghana cedis, and you buy into it. I mean,
yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
How do you expect to buy?
To get into real estate and then you are paying 1,000 naira. You have to insist on the naira. It's really important.
You should have actually.
Think it through.
I mean, yeah.
So this one is Ayinke. My friend was duped £4,000. Yeah, that's what we are talking about. By someone posing as a UK healthcare job agent. This person promised job placement and has now gone silent after collecting money from a lot of people during the process. He has money. Okay, wait. He has to wait. Collecting money from a lot of people during this process. He has to sell his car and he lost his only child during this process. How? This so-called agent is a pastor in the UK. He has so many people he did this and got away with. A lot of people are stuck in Nigeria because of him and he doesn't respond to their messages. In fact, he blocked them and changed numbers whenever he comes to Nigeria. He hides security because his victims are looking for him. I'll be attaching evidence and the pictures of the man with his socials. His name is Oluwakayode, needs his money back and the rest of them he duped. Well, his name is Simon Joash, Paul Kayode, whatever Joash. It's unfortunate that in the health domain,
you see, like
things like this happen.
It's still the same theme that runs through selling you a dream. I mean, there's a healthcare worker in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Who's probably complaining of their working conditions and would want to move into, place of greener pastures and stuff. And here is someone who is posing as,
an agent.
And an agent and all.
Yeah.
I mean, these agents, that's actually going to be a topic for another day. These agents are, I prefer that when you want to do something, you should have like direct communication with whoever you are going to be. And most of these things that these agents do, it's just a lack of research on the side of the people who need that thing. Sometimes some of these care agencies and all have websites. They have website that you can actually go in and search for jobs and all. But because of the lack of information that people have, so if I have the information, I will sell it to you as with an agent. So I'll just go and apply on their website. It's not like I'm actually going to play a major role in you getting a job.
Yeah.
I just know a website where we have like care home jobs and everything, but you don't know.
Yeah.
So to make money out of it, I'll be like, oh, I'm affiliated to this company. When the company knows nothing about you. So you submit your documents to me with a processing fee of this.
Yes.
Then he would apply for the thing on your behalf. You get it. So it's actually something that happens.
That happens.
It really happens.
Okay. And it's sad.
Someone, I think it's Omotola. So it's like, fire the bear meal. Nigeria, come to my rescue. I just got scammed of about 800K.
Naira, dollars, Ghana cedis, we don't know.
So
it's probably Naira.
Let's assume it's from like, the person said Nigeria, come to my rescue. So I think it should be 800,000 Naira. Why do you want to do the conversion?
Yeah, it's...
Okay.
Yeah. Probably around 2K or 3K, yeah. 3K Ghana cedis, yeah.
3,000.
Yeah.
Maximum 4,000.
Yeah, Ghana cedis.
So me and my mom just got a new apartment. And this furniture guy was referred to us. Told me why this guy ran away with my mom had earned money. His name is Gaius Manji. Oh my God. So, so this person is supposed to come in to help them get furniture, right? So we give you the money. We move into a new apartment.
Yeah.
Get us the furniture.
Yeah.
You take the money. You run away.
Yeah, they are called the middlemen. Yeah.
No, I mean, this is maybe like a middleman. I think this person should be like someone who sells like furniture. So come for the money and go and get us furniture for our apartment, and you run away with it. I mean, this is pure wickedness. I mean, this is pure wickedness.
I know, right? So I've never been scammed all my life in Nigeria, but for once, as a novice, I was scammed $500. That's Canadian dollars through gift card for the first time in my life in Canada by an Indian Lagos boy scammed in Canada. When I realized, I traced the IP location of the bastard, but bro was intelligent to choose a shopping mall, and I was smart to shut down and disappear after a while. 75% of the scam calls I received are Indians. Other 35% Asian and middlemen. Nigerian 0%, but Nigeria be trending as most scammers. Guess the most immigrants in Canada, definitely not Nigerians. All my years in Canada, I've never been a destitute Nigerian, never. Who read the most humble, one of the most hardworking and well, he's trying to, defend Nigerians, abiding. Not to say bad acts don't exist, but again, being Nigerians, because of lazy leadership, we take the fall for almost everything. In Nigeria, I hardly ever block any number as scam. In Canada, I have over 1,000 block numbers from scammers looking to steal your social insurance number. Give Nigerians good leadership and we beat the whole world.
Yeah, I mean, people are always focusing the spotlight on Nigeria.
Yeah.
But Indians, I mean, they scam a lot. Indians, they really scam a lot. They really do. I've not personally had an experience with an Indian. But then, I come across some videos on YouTube and most of these scammers are Indians.
Yeah. So,
and some of them, they even go to the sense of threatening you.
Yeah, if
you are trying to scam me, my own hard-earned money, and you are threatening me that if I don't send that money, sometimes they post like they have made a wrong transaction to you. You're trying to scam me of my own hard-earned money, and you start threatening me with, "I will report you to the police if you don't." I mean, what the hell? You
should report yourself first. But then I wanted to read something just right beneath this particular post that someone was trying to defend Nigeria. I was trying to say, okay, because the leadership is not good in Nigeria, that's why people might have been scamming or people accepting that they are scammers. Someone also posted or wrote something beneath as a reply. So Nigeria is so bad that everyone is trying to scam each other. I was scammed by pump attendant yesterday in Enugu. Now, I've been scammed by a salesperson in Jabi Mall, Abuja. How can I spend 400k? I don't know how much 400k naira is. Plus, on only 8 packets of Trojan condom. I don't know. 3 packets of malaria drugs and 3 packets of Zinat. I don't know what Zinat is, but I don't know what has malaria drug got to do with condoms. I don't know.
Maybe, probably, I spent 400k plus on only 8 packets of Trojan horse.
Yeah. And then malaria drug.
Maybe, probably.
The drug is for someone else. The condom is for someone else. Same person.
Maybe he didn't go and get the stuff himself.
The same day. Okay, so. Yeah, so that's how people basically get scammed. And yeah, I don't know. And it's so sad that it has to be, like you said, it has to be the fact that you are sold certain dreams, things that you probably should not believe, but because we are all greedy, like you said, because we are all greedy and we are in search of more money and more money. And well, it's pressure from all angles. So I understand when people would have to go through this thing. And I believe that people out there have been scammed several times. And what's so funny is that when you get scammed, you get scammed again. I don't know how easily it gets. I don't know which kind of, I don't know how to put hormones that makes that happen. I really don't get it.
I mean, yeah, well,
you don't always get scammed for the first time.
The fact that you've been scammed once doesn't make you immune.
Yeah.
Because probably it's not going to be the same dream that would be
so to you.
You know that dream. I remember there was I just remembered one of our friends, Eric, was like he got scammed. It was for gold.
For gold.
Yeah. I think he had actually been sent on an errand and he was supposed to go and then buy some stuff.
Yeah.
So he met this man at the marketplace, and the man was like, oh, so he greeted him, introduced himself, that his mom actually left him with some gold.
Yeah.
You get it? And he's actually in need of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he doesn't have money to go to this gold board to sell
take
it and stuff. So if Eric could actually give him
the money,
if he has about 500 Ghana cedis, he can perform some ritual on the gold, because it's a gold that, this whole superstition about, like, this family gold, it's not meant to be sold. And even if you want to sell it, some rituals need to be done.
Yeah.
So he even opened it, and they have this gold-plated spray.
Exactly.
So he sprayed some
rocks, and then
showed it to him. That,
this is the gold.
And, the manner in which it was like, they do like trying to hide it. So
so
you believe like it's actually something
that's precious.
I mean, that feeling. God has actually chosen you to be rich.
Oh, okay.
Like you have been selected
among many.
I mean, many. So he also bought into that idea. Yeah. So the man was like, okay, let's go somewhere else. So they went to a place, and he performed whatever ritual he's supposed to perform to purify the gold for him to sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, the young man also thinking he's going to be rich. I mean, he's come across some gold. The money that he had actually been sent, in fact, his transportation from the marketplace to his place was also even added. And he gave it to the man.
So,
and the man was like, don't open it. Like there are people around, and people see a very young guy with you, like you with the gold. People might harm you. So put it in your bag. And then go to a place where no one will see it.
And then you open it. He also did the same thing. Oh man! At that point, I don't know. It just, you don't think about it. I don't know. You were with me when I got scammed at Agdal to buy a spray. When I was told that the spray came from France directly because the sister is a flight attendant, I was with you. I had to go and withdraw the money from the bank just to make the payment the same spot. And then the spray is called Sauvage or something like that. And it's like literally liquid. It's the China kind of thing. But the way the things will be sold to you at that moment, I don't know, your mind doesn't click.
Yeah, that's what sometimes people believe that they are being they're under a spell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you are under a spell. It's the fact that you are so fixated on whatever dream you have been sold that you lose contact with reality.
Yeah. So you are focused on the dream.
I think these cameras are intelligent, like they're very, very smart.
Yeah.
And they know how to bring out your deepest needs and wants. In the sense that once you are fixated on trying to, like in the case of Eric, when he felt like, he has been chosen to get gold.
Yeah.
At that point in time, in his mind, okay, I can even add my transportation. At the end of the day, I'm going to the gold board. Go and sell this gold
and get more than exactly.
What is my transportation?
Yeah.
Give it back to you. Give his money. The money that he was supposed to buy stuff with. You know the fact that he was, when the woman realized that he had been scammed with the rocks, he sat on the floor, he started crying. He started crying, and he called home that this has happened. So he had to beg someone who was good. He saw someone, a familiar person
who was going his
to
way,
a trot back to his. Then he had to speak with the man. Then he went home. So I don't think it's. People believe that people go to Malam for powers to kind of bewitch you
and then they take advantage.
I think like once they sell that dream and you get fixated on that, you lose contact with reality. The only thing that matters to you is to get to that light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing matters to you.
All right, Bright, thank you for coming on. I really enjoyed this conversation, and people have learned a lot from this conversation. Probably whatever you've also gone through, you can just leave it in the comment section, and I think we'll do more of this because I feel like there's more we need to talk about. And then I just have to bring some guys on board as we've started this season of this podcast. I believe you guys are going to stick around, and it's going to be interesting, and see you guys in the next one. This has been it. Thank you for coming on, Bright.
Okay.